Welcome everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks to get more out of the Solana ecosystem, be this yield farming, NFTs, airdrops, or certain things that I like to do that improves user experience. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Saber Finance. So this comes under the purview of the farming section of this video. So we all know what Saber Finance does. They're the premier stable swap platform on Solana, so very similar to Curve on Ethereum, but they offer lots of good yield farming opportunities. So entering their pools can often yield you 20% plus APY on stable assets. So what you might not know is that if you get to these pools early, you can get some insane APY. So I'm going to throw up on the screen now. You can see a screenshot of a new Saber pool that opened up. I managed to get in early to, and I was farming it for millions of percent APY. So if you go to the Saber Twitter page, you will be able to see that they announce these pools as they open up. And to get into these pools first, you're probably going to want to follow the Saber Twitter page and then check back periodically, or you can put their tweets on notifications so you'll always be first to know that a new farm has opened up, so you can quickly go onto the Saber Finance website and then start farming before all the whales come in and crush the yields. So those yields that you saw that I just posted, I was able to get quite high yields for about a day before they started going back to what the yields of the rest of the pools around it were. But if you do that enough times, it compounds over time and you can really start to make money. And this is where the alpha is. This is how you get in early and this is how you make money. You do things that people are too lazy to do. Additionally, you can always count on Sunny Aggregator to, in a couple weeks time, accept those LP tokens and they'll give you yield as well. So when those new pools open up on Saber, they'll have a high APY for a couple of days, and then when you go 1 week, 2 weeks out, the APY is going to get crushed to about 30% or even lower than that. But you'll still be able to sustain high APYs if you then take those LP tokens and then go to Sunny Aggregator once they open up those pools. So you'll probably want to keep Sunny Aggregator notifications on as well, so you can get early to their pools too. So the next thing I wanted to talk about comes under user experience and how you can get back some free money, and how you can claim back some money from the Solana ecosystem. So if you didn't know this, whenever you go onto a Solana DEX and then you open up a new trading pair and then you trade it, what happens is that some SOL is taken out of your wallet and is kept as rent. So sometimes when you guys have made swaps, it might have been more expensive than you originally thought, and this is because they take 0.02 SOL out of your wallet as rent. So 0.02 SOL at the current price of 155 USD is about $3.10. And if you've done a lot of trades and you've opened up a lot of pairs, this can really add up. In fact, I think I have like $39 worth of SOL that has been taken away from me because I've traded so many different pairs. So I'm going to show you guys how to get that money back if you want. And just know that you'll have to pay that money again if you want to reopen this trading pair. So I've gone to swap.symmetry.finance, and you can go to other dexes to do this, but I like Symmetry Finance, and I think they're likely to have an airdrop in the future. So whenever I do most of my trades, I usually come to Symmetry Finance and do it, because I think they will probably do an airdrop in the future. It's likely, and if they do an airdrop, I'm betting that they're going to do airdrops based on the amount of volume that you trade. Additionally, Symmetry Finance, I like it because it's easy to use and they do some of the cheapest fees in the entire Solana ecosystem. So that's why I use it. But you want to go to this page and then log in, and then you can click on this cog icon and then go to view open order accounts. And over here you can see the amount of markets that you have open and all the trading pairs that you have. And for each of these trading pairs that you have here, 0.02 SOL has been taken out of your wallet. So I'll show you how to close them. So literally all you need to do is just press close. But I'm going to show you first now on Symmetry Finance. This is like one of my portfolio wallets. So I currently have 4.86 SOL in this wallet. And if I press close, press approve. Okay, so hopefully that has refunded 0.02 SOL back into my wallet. There we go, 4.88 SOL is how much I now have. So I'll keep going ahead. You know what, guys? Let's see if I can bring myself back to 4.9 Sol. There we go, 4.9112 Sol. So that's just money back. If you're actively trading on the Solana ecosystem, definitely do this, because there's going to be a lot of token pairs here that you're probably never going to want to trade again, like Sale USDC. I'll take that money back, thank you. Mercurial Finance USDT. I'll take that back. Sell USDT. Thank you. FTT USDT. And there you go. I've just got back a ton of Sol. So that's nice. And the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was Cyclos Finance. So Cyclos Finance brings concentrated liquidity to Solana. So if you're familiar with Uniswap v3 and Ethereum, you should be familiar with how Cyclos Finance works. It essentially allows people to provide liquidity at certain ranges. So once price goes into this range, then you can start earning fees. But if price leaves that range, then you can no longer earn fees because you're not providing liquidity at those levels. So if you go to the Cyclos Finance app, this is what I wanted to talk about. The 100% fee discount for CYS holders. So this is the native token for Cyclos Finance. And if you buy one of these tokens, essentially it just gives you 100% fee discount. So if you are an active trader and you do lots of trades, don't bother going to Serum, don't bother going to Radium, go to CycloSwap and do some of your trades here because it's likely cheaper. Additionally, if you are going to do trades and you know you're going to do it anyway, you might as well go to any new dexes that are live on mainnet but currently don't have a token. So let's take Atrix Finance for example. They're currently live on mainnet. You can trade on here, but they don't have a token. But it's highly likely in the future that they do. So what you want to do if you're going to do a trade anyway, you might as well go to Atrix Finance and route it through here, so that in the future um, you might be able to claim an airdrop. The next thing I wanted to talk about is single-sided yield farming. So Sol Farm is probably one of the best places for single-sided yield farming. Essentially, it's a leveraged yield farming platform. And so to facilitate that yield farming, they need people to go in and lend their tokens out. So if you go to the lending tab of Sol Farm, you can see here the amount of yield that you can get for depositing certain assets. So for stable coins, you're getting, about 10%. For Radium right now, it's paying 60%. Serum, 18.29%. And as we scroll down here, Synthetify, 100%. Orca, 83%. Solrise Finance, 59%. And Like, 86.92%. So if you're bullish on any of these assets and you want to hold them for the long term, you can just deposit them here into Sol Farm and gain a yield whenever you see the yields have gone up. And the benefit of doing this is that you're not suffering any impermanent loss. So I'm sure you could get higher yields on these assets if you LP'd, say for example, Orca against USDC. But if the price of Orca goes up, then you are going to suffer impermanent loss. So if you don't want to deal with the headache of dealing with impermanent loss, you can just go to Sol Farm, deposit your Orca here. Additionally, I think Frankium right now is offering 118% or like 100% APY on any Orca tokens deposited there. I can't recommend Frankium over Sol Farm because Frankium only allows you to deposit, like, I think Orca, USDC, and USDT as some of the assets that you can deposit there. So they're obviously not as varied as Sol Farm. So for right now, I'm going to have to recommend Sol Farm over Frankium. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is NFTs. So if you're really into NFTs, you like buying and selling, I recommend going to Magic Eden as your sort of top marketplace to go, because Magic Eden offers a few features that the other marketplaces don't. Now, I quite like their UI. I think that it's better than, say, for example, Digitalize. Digitalize is really good for business development. They list a lot of NFTs on the secondary marketplace, like really fast. I think they list the most amount of NFT collections in the entire Solana ecosystem, which is cool. However, they have some features that, they lack some features that Magic Eden has. And one of those features is making an offer. So this is one of the reasons why you would want to list or buy NFTs on Magic Eden. So making an offer allows you to make an offer underneath the current price that is offered here. So I could buy this NFT right now for 0.069 Sol. But I think that if I make a lower offer and that this NFT doesn't sell for a while, that the seller will eventually capitulate and then accept my offer. So I could offer like 0.05 Sol, and if their NFT doesn't sell for a while, they might think, instead of listing it for lower, they can just accept my offer and take that instant liquidity. Additionally, if you're a seller, it means that you can field a ton of offers and you can see exactly what people are offering for an NFT of your choice. Additionally, if you're a seller, it can be beneficial because it means that you have instant liquidity if someone has made an offer below your current asking price, and you can just take that if you need to unlock some SOL. If you wanted to buy another NFT or you needed to sell the NFT now, um, it's just a great feature. I also wanted to talk about how to keep up to date with Solana and get in on some of the trends early. So, for example, that almond yield farm that I made a video on yesterday and I showed you guys, I got in early. I got in as soon as that farm opened up, and I was able to get into that yield farm while the APYs were still above 10,000%. Now, I was able to do that because I follow a lot of these Solana news aggregators, so like New Solana or the Solana Update. So you'll want to follow several of these so you can get a clear picture of what's going on, because anytime that a new protocol starts up or any major news announcements, these Solana news aggregators will typically pick it up. However, you want to follow several of them because each individual account won't be able to keep up to date with all of the news that occurs during the day. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one and leave any useful tips that you have down below to improve people's user experience on the Solana ecosystem.